wanderers, to Whittle Walsh's workshop. We're here on Whittle Walsh's workshop. We'll whittle you what you want. Well, guess what? It's another big day here on the bus. Today, we picked up the sheet metal. Yeah! We're gonna start sheeting the bus here. We'll just see how it goes. I got this sheet metal right here. They're 4-foot by 10-foot sheets, 18 gauge galvanized steel. I got it from American Steel in Indy, and I have 8 sheets of it, and they were about $100 a sheet. Now, I feel like I've got everything cleared out up here, and these sheets should just tuck right up underneath there. And I'm gonna overlap this because we kind of want to lay the sheets like as if you were roofing or whatever. You know, the air and the water is going to be blowing this way down the bus, so you want the sheets to start in the back, work your way to the front, and the next sheet lops over, and the next sheet lops over that way the water runs down that way. So I'm going to struggle. I'm going to make a little jig. They call it a Joe poke, and I'll prop it up underneath here with a little stanchion on it. That way when I slide these sheets up, I have something to set it on, and then I'll just kind of jam it up in there and beat it in, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. And then it's a million rivets, which I also have, and I'll show you those later on when it comes to the riveting time. So anyway, here we go. Stay tuned. Wanderers, if those videos came out, then you will see how I struggled to get that first sheet on. But dun dun dun, there it is. I got 2 sheets on. I forgot my training. I've watched millions of YouTube hours on how to build a school bus, and when I started to do this, I forgot all about that cam strap trick that guy West did. Once I remembered that, oh, it was a game changer. But anyway, I'm into it. Like I said, 2 sheets. I've got the rivets are all on that top row, all the way down to about, oh, I don't know, just before those suction cups. And then I've got that little piece right there, and this side up to the door, the top will be done, and then I'll have to work my way down the sides. So stay tuned. Hey Wanderers, Whittle Walsh here. Hey, I've just gotten the sheet metal on the whole side of this bus here up into the cutoff. Now I wanted to give you guys a little tip if you are actually doing a Skoolie. As you can see, I started on the top. You know, you get it all hung in, and you hang every one of the top rivets. But then your sheet metal is a little loose, right? So you're saying, well, how am I gonna get that sucked in tight? Well, here's a little tip. Get yourself a couple of these glazing lifters from Amazon. I think I got 2 of these for like 19 bucks, and they have been pretty valuable on this this sheet metal process. So here's what I do on this, is I stick this on, like right here. Let me see if I can do it without needing to. Okay, so I stick that on there, right? Then you pick yourself out. I've got some various wedges here. Pick yourself out a wedge, stick it right up in here, and it sucks that right in tight. So then you can proceed to get your drill and back drill through here. And then it leaves a little burr on the outside that I've been cleaning up, because that burr will hold up your rivets a little bit. But yeah, if you get yourself some of these right here, it really, really saves a lot of hassle. So there you go. Welcome, Wanderers. All right, I know I said that I was going to explain to you about my rivet situation. This is something that I wish some other YouTubers were a little bit more elaborate on. When I went to try to figure this out, I had to do a lot more research than I like. So anyway, what I figured out was there are basically a couple different sizes of these things. Well, there's a lot of different sizes, but for the bus, basically this right here, from the head of it to back here, gives you the depth. So I got, this one is 0.58 inches, which is, you know, over a little over half an inch. I think it's like, I don't know, I didn't really quite do the math, maybe 5/8 or something like that. It's a little over ½ inch. And so I got a couple packs. I got this pack, which was, you know, 5/8, and then I got a 3/4 inch one, because I thought that some of these might need a longer, I think they're called mandrels. This is the mandrel right here. So I've got where you have a bunch of steel overlapping, like on the on that railing, because I'm gonna have to go through the railing plus 2 sheets of the 18 gauge and also the hat channel. So that's quite a bit of steel that this thing has to go through. So it has to go through, and then it sucks this back in, creating the rivet pop. And so if this not long enough, then you're not going to get that suck. And also, if it's too long, you're not going to get the suck either, because it doesn't, it pops it way back here, that'll be loose. So these right here, these 0.58 seem to work just fine for most of the stuff I'm doing. So the sheet metal on the top and the sides, I use these. So I bought I think I bought 28 packs of 50. I don't know, I'm not super good at math because I'm not that smart. But anyway, I bought like 1,400 of them, and I don't think it's going to be enough. I'll have to get more. But this is the company that I bought them from online. It was pretty simple. They delivered within a week. You know, I got a huge pack. of them. They come in packs of 50. So this is the pack that I got that has the longer mandrel that I may have to use for some of, when I install this second rail right up in here. So you'll also want to get yourself a rivet gun. Now, this thing, it wasn't super expensive. I mean, the ones they were selling at McMaster and Carr, their basic model was like $200 and some, and I got this guy on Amazon for under $100, just barely. And so it's definitely worth getting. So you put it in here. There's a few different nozzles that you can put on the end of this to accept the different sizes of this, and they're on the bottom of that. So you find the one that fits the rivets you're getting. My rivets are 3/16 inch in around. Some people said that their buses take 1/4 inch, but mine's a little smaller than that, so I'm doing 3/16. So you stick it in there, and I'll just give you an example of how it works out. Oh, I guess I can't. Oh yeah, I can. So you put it in there, and then you drill your hole in the side of your bus, like so. I got one in right there. See, I kind of ground off some of the burrs with a grinder because I feel like the rivet doesn't want to suck in quite as tight if you don't. So then you stick that in there, right? And you squeeze a hold of this, and it pulls that thing back, and it leaves this little tail piece, and it falls into this container. And that's how it sucks in there. And as you can see, we'll go around inside, and I'll show you what it looks like after it sucks in. So, back in the bus. You gotta have a compressor to run one of these things too, by the way. So there it is, right there. So it comes through. Here are a bunch up in here, and it kind of mushrooms out, and sucks those things together, and it makes it super tight. So there you go. That is how you do those rivets. Good luck.